CBS News will be here to tell us all about them. They are incredible. You won't want to miss them. Coming up Monday morning at 8 a.m., Dawn Wells will be here with her new book, What Would Mary Ann Do, from Gilligan's Island, all on What's Cooking.
Live across America, the PM Show with Mike Horn on CRN Digital Talk Radio.
Welcome to the big weekend edition of the What's Cooking PM Get-Together. I'm Michael Horn, along with the great Paul Stern. Hello, Paul.
Hey, Mike. Good to be with you. We got an exciting edition ahead today.
It's pretty exciting today.
The PM Show. It's going to be one of the biggest of shows that I think we've ever had.
I wouldn't go that far. But we have in studio Eric Mancow-Muller. He's one of the all-time great genius personalities of radio. At least that's what he told me before he walked into the door. Welcome, Cow, to the broadcast.
What did you just call this guy next to me?
Paul Stern.
Yeah, but what did you his setup? What was it?
I don't know. It was ad lib. I can't remember what I said.
I don't know.
At the top of my head.
But it made then my setup just kind of lackluster.
Well, you're the guest.
We know you're a liar. The incredible Paul or whatever you call him. This guy's
Paul
not
Stern.
He's not incredible.
He's here. How many years have you been doing this PM show, Paul Stern?
Been here a good long time.
Well, he needs work. Dear sweet Lord, good God.
Now, Mancow, you're here on CRN, and we're on CRN4 every day from Pacific time from 3 a.m. until 6 a.m. And you've been doing a series of Best Of, and we're waiting for you to return to radio here. So I just thought we'd, but your show is from Chicago. I mean, come on, you're
Michigan Avenue, Lake Street. Right there in the Fox studios.
What street do you broadcast on?
Well, Michigan Avenue, man. One of the most expensive, we're out here in L.A., probably not by L.A. terms, but, I think it is actually some of the most expensive real estate in the world, and I have a beautiful studio there that I just abandoned.
You just abandoned? What do you mean?
I left. I gave up. So Mike, I mean, you're doing something different, but, terrestrial radio, I just didn't want to do it at 70. At 80, at 90. I don't want to die there. I've seen too many greats, as you have. Oh, no, you're looking away. You want me to stop talking? You don't want the reality.
I want the reality.
You want to live in this little fantasy I want you to
lay down. I want you to relax and tell us the story.
You've got all these celebrity photos around. And
we want you in the Hall of Fame.
You get to rub elbows and...
You're in Chicago, the home of the National Radio Hall of Fame.
I have no interest in that whatsoever. That's where they put dead people.
It's the pinnacle of success.
Sweet God. Honest to God, I just want to be with my children. I want to be out of these closets, which are radio stations.
And we've been wanting you to come out of the closet for years.
Thank you. Microphone, headphones. Here I am in this closet with two sweaty men looking at me. I really I want to go outside. I want to live.
Is that what you're calling our studio? Is a closet?
Is that
an insult?
I don't want to be trapped inside. I want to. There's a world out there, Horn.
Yeah, there's a world.
Your skin has gone pale. You look like the people that are underground in the time machine.
Fancy sun lamps that we turn on during the show.
That is nice.
Isn't that nice?
That is. I feel like I'm getting a tan here.
You are. You're right.
Probably the microwaves from your tower.
Now, what brings you to Southern California from the Heartland breadbasket? I guess Chicago.
Heartland. Yeah, because Chicago's known as the breadbasket.
It is. It's the center of the country.
That's where
there's farms outside of Chicago.
Yeah, Steinbeck wrote about our great farmland there in the city of Chicago.
Jack London lived there.
You've got to get out of the studio.
Northern California.
Were they called the Morlocks? Is that what they were? That's what he's beginning to look like.
So what can you tell us from the Heartland? What's going on?
Whitman Morlock.
What's going on where people leave their doors unlocked?
In Chicago?
Oh, we're out of time.
It's the murder central of
It's the murder
another
central.
lie.
It's the murder central.
It's like Beirut living there, the Obama voters. They all have guns, but I can't have a gun, Horn.
The birthplace of our president in Chicago.
No, he's from Indonesia, the birthplace of our president. My hairy white
talk radio for a long time.
Guns. Everybody's got guns except for the law-abiding citizens. And this Paul's this guy's he's incredible. Sure.
Do you know anything about the outfit?
What are you talking about? You mean the mob?
Do you call it the outfit?
No, we call it the family.
The family?
And if you know the family, don't talk about the family.
Exactly. It's just the outfit.
They're there.
They're still there?
Yeah, sure.
They have some pretty good restaurants, I hear.
Greatest restaurants in the world.
All right, we're going to take a break.
You like Italian food?
Yeah.
Huh?
Can you give us some good places when we come back?
Oh, yeah.
Right.
You can eat with the family.
We'll talk to Mancow.
You may have to do a hit for
the
dessert.
Best pasta in Chicago. Stay with us here straight at Mancow's with Mike and Paul on the PM Show.
Who did you let down today? Your wife? Your kids? Well, how about yourself? Take a look in the mirror. If you're tired of your drug and alcohol problem, you need to fix the problem, and right now, before you hurt or kill yourself, or worse yet, somebody else. Call the addiction specialist now at the Detox and Treatment Helpline, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. If you have private insurance, we specialize in finding you the right treatment. When you call right now, you'll speak to a recovering addict who understands what you're going through right now. Let us help you break your addiction to drug and alcohol before it's too late. This call is completely confidential and free. So if you have private insurance, take 5 minutes of your time. Call right now. I promise it'll change your life. 800-881-1672. 800-881-1672. 800-881-1672. Call right now. 800-881-1672.
Welcome back here to the PM show. Our lighting experts are in studio right now.
Turn my mic on!
CRN Digital Talk Radio. I'm Michael Horn along with Paul Stern. Hello, Paul.
Glad to be here, Mike.
Mancow Muller is with us. Eric Mancow Muller.
No wonder you want me here.
Tomas is having some problems with the lighting. It's that one over there, Tomas.
No, he's not.
Got to be turned up.
No, he's not. He told you he's not having any problems.
Could be that one there because we're trying to light Mancow. Yeah. So we want Mancow a little brighter.
Oh, this is a TV thing,
too? So there's 2 lights should be working on, Tomas. You can work on those. And Tomas is giving us one of these where his hands are out like, I don't know.
Hey, I
love you this much.
I rushed over here. I just saw.
Where were you?
Interstellar.
Oh.
IMAX.
Is that with Michael Caine?
Oh, God. I've got 2 little 9-year-old twin daughters, and you've got a lovely daughter. My
daughter's 15.
I was wiping away the tears. It's really a spectacular movie. Big IMAX, big. What are you?
Telling him to turn the next light up. He's not turning them all on. That's his problem.
You know, when you mouth things and you make noise, there's a mic in front of your face.
Yes, I know, but turn it up. That's good. So, what do you think of Interstellar?
I've moved on. I just told you.
I want to know that
I just told you.
Michael Caine was great.
What?
Was Michael Caine?
Yeah, he's in it. Yeah, but that's
I know he's in it, but that's why I'd go see it.
There's a couple of surprise actors. I like that Anne Hathaway. I'd like to give her what for? You know what I'm saying? I'd like to give her my Mike Horn.
So there's some people that are not listed in the cast. That's
oh yeah. Oh no. There's it's an all-star cast, big budget movie. Chris Nolan, who did Memento, which was a mind mess movie, and of course the Batman movies and some other stuff.
And you saw this in one of those
IMAX.
4
stories high.
Hollywood kind of things. Is it better to see it there? I mean, does it really look much better?
Yes.
In the IMAX?
Yes.
So that's where I should go see it.
This is not a wait for TV movie.
How much do you spend to get to the IMAX?
Out in front was right in front from the movie, the Dumb and Dumber car.
Oh, so that's playing in IMAX also?
And I hear there's like 1 or 2 laughs and you can wait for cable. But no, that's what but Interstellar, big budget, go see it.
All right, so that's the one you want to see.
I'm looking forward to this new Moses movie. I love Ridley Scott. It's hit or miss with him. And the thing about this movie that's bothering me is the voice of God is a little boy, is a little child. Have you heard about this?
No, I haven't heard about this.
Very controversial.
So the voice of God's a little boy.
Yeah. Like he appears as like a 12-year-old boy.
Yeah.
And they're trying to show that God is love and innocent. And I just wish they'd give us a good Charlton. You know, he's a buddy of mine. Charlton Heston.
He's no longer with us.
You know, I know that.
Yeah.
He was right next to me on 9/11 when the planes hit.
What do you mean?
I'll never forget that.
Wait, tell me about this.
He was sitting next to me.
In your studio?
In my studio in Chicago.
Oh, my God. This is kind of prophetic or something. Charlton Heston was on the air with you.
And I was live on the Fox News Channel.
Tell us about that. What was going on?
I was live on the Fox News Channel around the world. And the first plane hit, and we're going to go to Mancow. And as you can see, there's clouds, and obviously the plane didn't see the building. And I said, there's not a cloud in the sky. There is not a cloud in the sky. And Heston looks at me and says, yeah. I mean, he's not on TV. He's sitting next to me. Yeah. No, there's not a cloud. And they're saying, well, look, the clouds. Well, there was no clouds. And then the second plane hit. They cut away, and Heston goes, they'll come to kill me next. Wow. He thought they were coming to, but he knew immediately that it was.
He knew what it was.
He knew it was a terrorist attack. We weren't sure, but.
He's a good man. I like
anyway,
now that
you
brought the whole show down to really new.
Did you see the Mike?
It was a sad.
It's going to be okay. Did you see the Noah movie with Russell Crowe?
No.
With rock monsters and all this nonsense.
No, I did not see that.
and they're shocked about what happened in these midterms. The elites. No, but what I'm trying to say is they've lost touch. They've lost touch with the people.
They have.
We can have a movie with God. We can have a movie with Moses.
Yes.
And it would be huge.
Yes, that's
Why do
true.
we have to have a little 14-year-old boy in front of the burning bush?
I agree with you. And didn't they last time they had? Didn't Mel Gibson do some Jesus movie or whatever? And
how dare you?
That was huge.
How dare you?
That was the whole big movie. That was big in the box office.
You know, he brought it to churches around, and he brought it to Willow Creek, which is the massive church of Chicago, and they have a lot of power. And I sat next to him and watched that movie, and that to me is. Well, I don't want to get myself in trouble, but it's brutal. That is not No, Mike.
You don't want to get yourself in trouble,
Mike. What is
it
a God of fire and brimstone, or is it a message of love? Is it the crucifixion, or is it the resurrection? And I celebrate life and love and that message. Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John, and the resurrection.
You are a God-fearing person.
No,
you're a good guy.
I don't have it figured out.
I know you don't, but you raise your kids well, and you've got a good.
Forget all that. What I'm saying is,
I don't forget.
What I'm saying is, every Mel Gibson movie has to have human beings having the beat out of them, right? Think about any Mel Gibson movie.
That's true.
Even the Lethal Weapon movies.
That's right.
There's something
good action films.
There's something about a pain body inside the man. There's something about his pain. There's some abuse there. There's something that happened to him,
and that's why he does those movies.
And every movie has to have the
Clint
human
Eastwood
body
has those movies
brutalized. Not so. You don't know what you're talking about.
Yes, they are.
But here is just the brutality of the crucifixion.
I know what you're thinking.
Without the love.
Not that I want to go actually see one myself, but, Kirk Cameron kind of gets a rap, a little bit.
He's been making some movies, too, Kirk Cameron.
Not that I've seen
Left Behind.
Not that I've seen any of his films, but,
He was on our show. I like Kirk Cameron.
But I would hope that his films wouldn't be watered down to appease, let's say, the people that would criticize somebody for perhaps maybe being too graphic.
I don't know what your point is. If there is one, I've missed it, my friend.
You want to repeat it to him?
But are you saying Kirk Cameron's doing religious?
He said he's doing religious films.
The next big movie. I'm hearing incredible buzz. I've been all over the studios. I'm working on a TV show.
You were taking the TV show.
I was all over Universal. I was all over 20th Century Fox. What lot were we on yesterday? Fox? Warner's. Okay. So I've been on three big lots here.
Okay. On this movie.
The talk is, and I'm hanging out with Michael Madsen. We've been on the set of the new Tarantino movie. Just rehearsals over at a hotel. The Hateful Eight, a new cowboy movie.
Oh, that's coming out too.
Very excited about this.
So what's the buzz?
That new Clint Eastwood American Sniper movie is going to be...
Really?
It's going to win everything.
I can't wait to see that.
All right.
Now, big news. Elizabeth Hasselbeck, she returned to Fox and Friends. Did you see that this morning? That's a big news story of the day.
God, how sad is that? Look, I did that show for...
It's going to be... Actually, she'll be back on the show. Was it today she was back on?
I did it every day for 7 years.
The Fox and Friends show? You were doing a feature. What did you do? Years. From Chicago, they called you in, and you did what?
And whatever. And
some kind of a live shot of some sort.
I was with Cheryl Underwood today. She's fantastic. Do you know her from The Talk?
You got off the Elizabeth Hasselbeck topic?
Well, no, I'm just the same kind of show. Fox and Friends, The Talk, The View, all of these.
But Fox and Friends is kind of like a mainstay. It's your morning news show.
Steve Ducey and all that.
Yeah, Steve Ducey.
Steve's a good friend of mine. Kilmeade's a buddy.
And so October 15, she goes off the show mysteriously.
Yeah.
And she's taking time off. They say after she had surgery. Baby. And no, she had some kind of a cyst or something, and they said she'd be out for a couple of weeks, and so she wanted everything to be private, but the show had fill-ins rotating through. I'm surprised they didn't call you, because you've been available.
Yeah, well, I'm not a cute little apple-headed woman.
Well, but you could have still filled in there for a little bit.
Elizabeth Hasselbeck, and I like her, but she has the head, it's hard to explain, it looks like a little apple. I don't know how to say it other than that.
She suffers from celiac disease, and she publishes that book she had out, The Gluten-Free Diet, and it's Gluten-Free Survival Guide. Anyway, she's back on Fox and Friends.
By the way, you should announce that this show is now gluten-free. Very nice.
Did that happen since we started?
If only it was Paul-free.
I didn't know that.
If only it was Paul-free.
Ladies and gentlemen,
we don't need him.
Mancow.
You and I can do this thing.
One of the new wordsmiths of our time. We work with Barry Farber.
We don't need this
now
guy.
We have the great Mancow in the studio with us. Mancow did a good job.
Did I say something?
Unplug his mic and send him home.
CRN Digital Talk Radio. If you want to email us, you can email us info@crntalk.com. We're here on the weekend edition throughout the weekend. Check us out Monday through Friday. Don't forget, Larry Minetti is here Tuesday, Fred Dreyer Wednesday, and the great Robert Conrad on Thursday. He'd like to have you on as a guest, by the way, Mancow.
Conrad?
Yeah.
He thinks he's a tough guy.
Try Fry Vineyards, the Mendocino County organic wine with no sulfites added from America's pioneering organic winery. Fry Wine, the first maker of certified biodynamic wines in the United States. At Fry Wines, our emphasis is on producing organic wine of the highest quality while caring for our planet and palate alike. Check out our website at frywine.com and join the Fry Vineyards Wine Club. You'll receive 20% off all orders and much more. Plus, you can check out our internet-only specials. And go to our crntalk.com website or the frywine.com website and check out Chef Piero's Recipe of the Week. Great biodynamic wines from Redwood Valley in Mendocino County, California. Fry Wines. Go to frywine.com. That's FREYWINE. Frywine.com. Check it out and enjoy great wines at your home tonight.
When you really want Italian food, you've got to go to Columbo's. Columbo's Italian Steakhouse and Jazz Club, Colorado Boulevard, Eagle Rock. It's that little neighborhood place you wish was down the street from you. And this time of the year, Columbo's makes office parties and holiday planning easy, delicious, and unforgettable. You've got enough to handle this time of the year. Why add to the worry list? Worry no more. Columbo's, 323-254-9138. 323-254-9138. It's that easy. Mouth-watering, sizzling steaks, scrumptious seafood, Columbo's family Italian specialties, desserts to die for, jazz every night, the world's greatest meatballs, friendly and attentive service, all at an affordable price makes Columbo's Holiday Party Central. Call Vic at Columbo's. Book your holiday party now. 323-254-9138. 323-254-9138. Columbo's, Buon Natale, mangia.
Hi, I'm Joan London, and if you're worried about your parent or a loved one living alone like I was, and you want reliable senior care information, then call A Place for Mom, the nation's largest senior living referral service. You'll get free information on assisted living, Alzheimer's care, nursing homes, even important financial information.
They had obviously researched every place, not just given me names.
Really? Yeah.
They found me a place for what she could afford, and it was magnificent.
We're now very confident that she's safe, and they just helped every step of the way, and I can't thank them enough.
So if you're struggling to find reliable senior living information, call A Place for Mom. This is a free service, and you can trust them to help you.
If you're struggling to find reliable senior living information for your mom or dad, then call or go online to get the free help you need during this turbulent time. Call now, 800-471-5173, 800-471-5173.
PM Show Weekend Edition on CRN Digital Talk Radio. I'm Michael Horn along with Paul Stern. Man Cow is with us from our great to CRN4 feed. Is it at 4 that he's on, Paul, mornings 3 until
that is
6 Pacific time?
Yeah, daily at 3 p.m. Pacific time, or 3 a.m. Pacific time, and that would be on CRN4.
So you're a big fan of Culture Club, and I got sad news for you. They were going to have a big North American tour, reunion, not so.
Uh-oh.
They have found a polyp discovered on Boy George's throat, and a throat specialist has ordered him to rest his voice.
Let me say something about that, okay?
Cancel, please.
War is stupid and people are stupid. The war song. I tumble for you. Comma, chameleon.
One of my favorites of all time.
Do you really want to hurt me?
No.
This guy had string after string of hits.
Yes.
There's talent there, and I'm sorry to hear that.
We were last night, you and I saw James Darren perform, and I got to meet the famed Ron Dante, record promoter, and, Sugar. He was the Archies. Ron Dante, who was sitting right there next to James Darren, he was the Archies. Am I right? Sugar.
I do remember that.
Yeah,
sure.
but, come on. The real singer is... He didn't sing Sugar.
Yes, he did. That was him. Ron Dante was the Archies. That was him.
Okay.
Overdubbed, and that was it.
That was
it.
Right. 1910 Fruit Company and all that bubblegum stuff.
There you go. Thank you very much. That's the guy. He was there last night.
What was the other one? Chewy. I bet that was him.
I don't know if that was him. But
do you remember Oranges, Parnges? Nothing Rhymes with Oranges?
No.
HR Puffin stuff?
I do remember the Archies and Sugar.
I'm a mechanical boy.
Can we get that, Tomas, before the end of the show today? Sugar, a little Archies music just to kind of get us into that mood.
He's busy looking at you through the two-way glass. I don't think he wants to.
You, by the way, are looking great. Wow, now you're washed out.
Yeah.
Fabulous. You look great now.
That's a crack staff you have because they smoke crack.
You look great.
You have wine everywhere. Are they drunk? Are these people drunk around you, Horn?
Paul and I do a food and wine show.
Hey, I want truth. I want truth.
You want truth?
I want truth from you.
Or dare? Okay,
I want truth.
Truth.
Do you dye your mustache?
No. The mustache, yeah. This mustache, yeah.
No, the other mustache.
No, I'm saying, yeah. I was tweezing it for many years, and then I had nothing left.
All right.
And so I had to throw in that, what do you call that, men's...
just for men.
Yeah, just for men. It's
but
perfect.
Ladies can use it, too. My wife is from Italy.
Otherwise, it'd be gone. It'd be like,
lip hair.
It'd be like very
Does it tickle? Is it like a whisk broom on my back? What would it feel like?
I've never kissed myself, but there's rumors out now that women enjoy a man with a mustache.
Well, beards are very hot, my friend. I'm not a hipster guy, but that's...
You've got the mustache in the beard. Did you dye that?
Yes, just for men. You have to touch it up. You have to.
You have to.
You can't have a big... this is great right here. I have a great
Did you
spot.
tweeze first? Did you take them out when they first... I did.
Never did that.
It was painful.
Do you remember
I would sneeze a lot.
Do you remember your first... Well, I still tweeze my nose.
Hey, how about the
Otherwise,
eyebrows? You do the eyebrows too? I'd have to do the eyebrows.
No, I don't do that. Now,
I tweeze up there sometimes.
Ron Jeremy told me he has to do his entire body before a shoot.
Ron Jeremy?
With Just for Men. Hair, front and back, the hedgehog.
I knew a guy that used to actually do his entire body.
Yeah.
I mean, he wasn't in films or anything, but he just wanted to look young.
Yeah.
So because he dyed his hair, he did every hair on his body. I'd shave everything off. That's what I do.
I remember when I found my first... Now, remember, a pube is anything below the neck. I'm not getting rude here. But I remember when I found my first gray pube, I was...
You really want to go there?
I was crestfallen.
Is that really... Now you're going too far.
Okay, I didn't mean to.
Please. Thank you.
It was on my neck. It was down...
Now, let's see. What else do we have in the news here for you? Mama June. You're a big fan, aren't you?
Well, I believe in the death penalty for pedophiles. That's Mancow's law that we've fought hard to get enacted.
She's speaking out. Mama June. She's dating Mark McDaniel, the man who was convicted of molesting her daughter. This is a sad kind of thing.
Paul can't follow this. Look, Mama June has a TV show.
Paul's the one that brought this story to us.
She has a hit TV show. Her daughter,
Honey Boo Boo.
Honey Boo Boo, the pageant queen, the little girl. Another daughter at 8 years old was raped by this man. Well, and I can say that. I don't have to say allegedly. The guy went to jail for many, many years.
Right. How could you date that person? I don't get that.
Well, they dated before. And you know what, brother? When I lived in Monterey, a great love of mine, Carolyn, girl I was dating at the time, she ran the Monterey Bay rape.
Everybody started. Did you see everybody turn? As soon as you got quiet, everybody went in here.
Well,
what did she run?
The Monterey Bay Rape Crisis Center, and I got to know a lot of these people. And Clint Eastwood used to help me out. He would loan out his ranch, and we would do charity events. I would throw parties, and we would give money to the. And you'd be amazed the amount of women that have been molested, and their mothers don't believe them. They side.
I believe that.
It's horrific. This Honey Boo Boo story.
Mama June was on Entertainment Tonight, and she says she's only seen McDaniel twice since he was released from Dodge State Prison in Georgia on March 1st.
It's horrific.
It is horrific. Yeah. It's a terrible story.
It's heartbreaking. It's really ugly.
Yeah, I don't know. That's enough of that. We got a little bit of information on the Blacklist. You're a big fan of that show, aren't you?
I am. Well, yeah.
James Spader, you had him on your show?
Yeah. Well, come on. A mutual friend of ours.
Yes, he's a good man.
Yeah, Spader, love him.
He's a good guy.
You know what his favorite food on earth is?
William Sellium wine.
Well, he loves truffled eggs with the William Sellium wine.
Truffled eggs,
Truffled eggs is his favorite.
It's truffle season now, I believe.
Oh, God. Yes, it is.
Those truffles is good. A little bit of food.
I just got a box of white truffles in from...
Is that your favorite food as well?
Truffles?
Yeah.
God, I
kind of like tribbles. We'll be back on CRN.
What is that?
Have you ever considered adding a home security system but thought it would be too expensive? Here's the good news. There's never been a more affordable time to help protect your home, valuables, and your loved ones. You can now get a $100 Visa card from Protect Your Home, your authorized ADT dealer, with the installation of a new ADT monitored system. Here's even better news. Your new system, worth $850, is free. You pay just a $99 installation charge and purchase monthly monitoring for less than $2 a day. Call Protect Your Home today at 1-877 1-866-669-8954. That's 1-866-669-8954. Get the peace of mind that comes with owning an ADT monitored system, plus a $100 Visa card from Protect Your Home. Call now, 1-866-669-8954. That's 1-866-669-8954. 36-month monitoring contract required. General terms and conditions apply. Visit protectyourhome.com/terms.
Did you know that with a bachelor's degree, on average, you can make almost twice as much over a lifetime than a person with just a high school diploma? Yes! According to the U.S. Census Bureau, you can make almost twice as much. Going back to college is now easier than ever. There are select online colleges that provide laptops to their students. In fact, there are thousands of college programs on your laptop. You can go to college anywhere and everywhere right from a laptop. Call My College Laptop and you can find hundreds of programs from accredited colleges and universities nationwide. Start a new career in law enforcement, business, information technology, healthcare, and hundreds of others. Call My College Laptop to find an online college that will provide you with a laptop. In no time at all, you can double your earning potential. Double your earning potential. Call now. 1-800-731-4185. That's 800-731-4185. 800-731-4185.
Who did you let down today? Your wife? Your kids? Well, how about yourself? Take a look in the mirror. If you're tired of your drug and alcohol problem, you need to fix the problem, and right now, before you hurt or kill yourself, or worse yet, somebody else. Call the addiction specialist now at the Detox and Treatment Helpline, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. If you have private insurance, we specialize in finding you the right treatment. When you call right now, you'll speak to a recovering addict who understands what you're going through right now. Let us help you break your addiction to drug and alcohol before it's too late. This call is completely confidential and free. So if you have private insurance, take 5 minutes of your time. Call right now. I promise it'll change your life. 800-881-1672. 800-881-1672. 800-881-1672. Call right now. 800-881-1672.
I try to find the right one, but it seems like they all just have one thing on their mind.
Having only one thing on your mind can be a good thing when you find that special someone. At Geico.com, that someone is a car insurance policy, and the only thing on its mind is being your soulmate. Depend on easy online tools for paying bills and managing claims. Picture a life of savings as you gaze into the eyes of a free rate quote. That's our go-to move. Geico. 15 minutes could save you hundreds on car insurance.
Chuck Wilder here, host of the original Talkback. Noon to 2 p.m. Pacific Daylight Savings Time, 3 to 5 out there on the East Coast. You know, we cover everything you need to know to keep up with what they don't want you to know. Talkback, CRN, Digital Talk, noon to 2, Pacific Daylight Savings Time.
Thank you, Tomas. Now we're talking little Archie's here and some Sugar on CRN. Still got it. I talked up to the post. I like it. This is a hit for you now. Welcome back to the PM Show Weekend Edition. Is that Ron Dante? Am I right, Tomas? Yeah? Yeah. I think if you came back to radio, by the way, I'm Michael Horn, that's Paul Stern. Eric Mancow-Muller is our guest here, the PM Show Weekend Edition. Mancow, if you came back playing disc jockey music like this, I think you'd be a big hit in the breadbasket, the heartland of our country in Chicago.
Are you out of your mind? You
could take this to Monterey. You could plug up the Golden Gate Bridge and get a haircut. Nobody would care as long as you just played this.
Did you say Ron Dante?
Yeah, Ron Dante.
He was the lead singer.
I told you.
Of the Archies.
See, you didn't believe me. This is the problem with you.
No.
You don't believe your friends, your buddies. You got to look it up and prove it wrong.
I didn't believe
Paul knew it.
I didn't
Paul, look at him.
Well,
He's sitting there with a smug look on his face going like he knew it.
You know something? I was on the Home and Family show yesterday.
Yeah, why don't you do a shameless plug? What is that?
Actually, I guess it aired. It would have aired today. Anyway.
Yeah. What is that, a Christina Ferrari kind of a deal?
Yeah. Yeah,
What is it?
No, he's absolutely right.
What is the show about? Tell everybody that hasn't seen it.
It's on the Hallmark Channel.
That's a good channel.
Mark Steinis is on there. I thought he was in Witness Protection.
You thought Mark Steinis was?
Yeah, I wondered what happened to him after Entertainment Tonight. Apparently he's got this show called Home and Family. It was very nice, but...
And you were on it. What did you do? Did you talk about building something in your home or something?
Parasite Hilton was not there. Nikki Hilton was there.
Yeah.
And the most beautiful women in Hollywood, I'm telling you. And the talk now is...
What's the story? What is the talk right now?
Well, it's the same...
Clint Eastwood movie?
It's the same thing with The Chosen One.
What?
My wife. It's the same thing. The talk right now is the evils of sugar. I'm sure you've heard it. Corn syrup, all this stuff. And that cancer is this monster inside of you.
Because of the sugar.
And feed me. And it eats sugar. That's what they're all saying. Sugar is now our enemy.
Now, they've changed their mind on another. Fat
gluten.
Was the enemy. Hold on a second.
It was gluten.
It was fat. Our buddy William Shatner called in on the show after seeing the article in the Wall Street Journal. Now they're saying maybe they talked too hastily. Now the body needs fat.
Do you remember all the fat-free stuff? It always had the warning about leakage, that there would be leakage in gas.
Oh, less.
Yes. Ooh. I don't want.
That was on the sriracha labels about the gas.
I don't want.
Jack in the Box has got a new fast food burger, by the way, made with sriracha. I think you're going to be reporting on that Monday on the show when you do it on the morning show. I'm off Monday.
You're off every day, Warren. Let's be honest.
So sugar's the evil.
Well, that's just until we find it was gluten. Now it's sugar.
Yeah,
corn syrup.
Well, it's all about your body being inflamed.
You know what?
And the sugar inflames the body.
I'm still anti-Nazi. I know it's the sugar thing now, but I never liked them. Damn dirty Nazis.
Now, Ron Perlman is bringing anarchy back to the blacklist because they've got this big episode coming up. He's signed on to play a mega criminal. They always do the mega criminals on the show. And the show, the blacklist, is it off now or is it like one more week? I think it's got maybe one more week, and then it's off until February 1st, right after the Super Bowl. And Ron Perlman's going to appear as Luther Braxton.
Yeah.
And
I have a whole lot to say.
Meticulous thief. Wait a second.
Yep.
Who plans his heists? He does these international heists, and he uses months or years planning this out. And he creates diversions and chaos, and he gets what he wants. And he's going to be the next bad guy.
Ron Perlman was my agent for about a day. I was on the blacklist with him. Ron Perlman was brilliant Beauty and the Beast. You may remember
That's right.
The last episode. He was this cat-like creature that lived with a woman played by Linda Hamilton. And there was an incident with a litter box, and then they broke up at the end of the show.
What was the incident with the litter box?
And then, of course, he was great as Hellboy and all kinds of stuff. And Sons of Anarchy, yes. And the blacklist, I made news around the world.
You made news. How?
Well, Henry Lennox, okay, the African American.
Harry Lennox, the guy that's the head of the FBI for the blacklist.
On the blacklist is a dear friend of mine.
Right.
And he told me
he saw a picture of our current president in your studio. Did he not to say that?
And he said a few choice words
about the picture.
And I said, "Well, what's that all about?" And he said, "Do I remind you of him?" And I said, "Oh, this I thought he was messing with me. All you guys are alike or whatever." He's a South Side guy.
Yeah.
And he said, "No, I was hired to teach Obama how to act like the president." And he goes, "If you watch the blacklist, you'll notice it's Obama, but he's copying me."
So you're saying that
this is one. Look, this may be one of the finest Shakespearean actors.
He's a great
actor
on
the planet Earth. And he told me, and I said, "Did Obama know?" This made news around the world.
What's his name? The actor's name is it Henry or Harry?
Is it Harry Lennox? Harry Lennox.
Harry Lennox. Yeah.
Been on the show a lot.
Yeah.
And well, I don't want to go.
So he claimed on your show that he was hired to teach Obama to look and speak and be presidential.
I want to tell you something. I knew this man. Oh, what am I doing?
What are you doing? Come on,
I don't want to.
Come on,
look, about the president.
I knew him when he was
talking about the president. You're talking about Harry Lennox.
He's talking about the president. He's talking about the president of the United States, Mike.
Look, I knew him when he was Barry. I knew him before all of this.
And how did you know? Wait a minute. How did you know him beforehand? You knew him because he was running as a senator in Chicago, or what?
Listen, I got stopped at Do Re Mi Music in Carmel, and a bunch of people want to talk to me about this stuff.
Recently?
I'm off the grid. I don't want to talk about this, and there's nothing I can tell you that would convince you. If you're a fan,
well, that's the way anybody is.
They're
going to believe what they're going to believe.
If you hate him, there's nothing I can add to it.
But you did meet him before he was president.
I spent many hours with the man.
Where?
I will in Chicago. I will tell you that
he was a community organizer, so you knew him.
And I knew him when he was running. And I know his circle of friends. And when you get to get to know him is to hate him. He's a megalomaniac. He is a man who comes from an abused background. He was abandoned by his mother repeatedly.
So this current thing where he's going to have this executive order for amnesty is just another thing where he's just pushing it right down America's throats. Then,
Mike, have you ever known a woman, or you've had a lot of beautiful women in your life? I've known some of them, not like you have. No.
How does this come out? We're talking about the president.
No,
we're going on the side note.
Well, if you would.
Better hurry. We got 60 seconds to wrap this up.
Never mind then.
No, I want to finish it.
This is a severely abused individual as a child who compensates by telling you whatever you want to hear. The problem is there is no foundation, and it's a pageant. If you want to believe the pageant, fine. I know, you can watch Star Wars and think it's real. It doesn't mean it's real. And I just got sick of talking about the lie.
And that's the break from talk radio. I hear you. All right, I can see what you're talking about here, and we'll see more this weekend because he's coming back with a big amnesty plan, even though the Senate and the House have said, hey, wait, we just got this new election and a mandate from America.
Do you think people want to hear about the lie, or do they want to stay in the Matrix?
I think they're tired of hearing about the lie, but I think they can't stand the Matrix. I think they're tired of the Matrix.
I think we have some great things coming our way.
Tomcat kills up to 12 mice per bait block, faster than Decon. What will we do with all of these dead mice? Tomcat presents Dead Mouse Theater, and the critics are raving. They solved my mouse problem and renewed my faith in theater. I like my mice dead, but dead mice that can act are even better. Tomcat got the mice out of my walls, onto the stage, and into my heart. Dead Mouse Theater, open to the public this fall at Tomcat.com. Tomcat. Engineered to kill. 1 ounce bait block based on no choice lab tests. Time from lethal dose to death.
Right now, you're thinking about the car in front of you that left its blinker on. Blink, 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 blink for the last 5 miles. Well, snap out of it, because what you should be thinking about is switching to Geico and saving hundreds of dollars on car insurance. You can access Geico online, over the phone, or even on the mobile app, and it's so easy you can do it in the blink of an eye. See what I did there?
Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance. Visit geico.com today.
Homeowners, now is the season to be thinking about your roof, because all it takes is one storm to turn a small roof problem into a major leak. If it's time for a new roof, call Sears at 888-465-9720. You can save $500 if you call right now. Sears licensed, fully insured contractors can get your roofing job done right. Just call 888-465-9720. Sears has a variety of shingles and styles that are built for long-lasting performance, and you'll save $500 if you call now. So call Sears for a free in-home consultation at 888-465-9720. Hurry, offer ends soon. Not available in all areas. Installation provided by Sears authorized licensed contractors. License information available upon request. That's Sears Roofing. Call right now and save $500. Call 888-465-9720. 888-465-9720. Call Sears now and get that roof repaired. Call 888-465-9720.
PM Show Weekend Edition on CRN Digital Talk Radio. I'm Michael Horn along with Paul Stern.
Glad to be here, Mike.
Eric Mancow-Muller, our guest, ladies and gentlemen, from CRN4, does the morning show coming over here. Yes, you're still on the air. They're doing some best of shows, and you're incredible. Let me just tell you, some of the great bits are being aired.
Wow, they still make money off Elvis, I guess. I was at Graceland last month.
And if you'd like to hear more, our good friend of radio, Art Volvo, is that his name?
Art, whatever his name is.
He's the friend of radio, has air checks for sale of yours. Now, just one last note on this, the blacklist. Last note on the blacklist, then I want to hear about the guy.
Yeah.
On February the 1st, they're going to come back. The show's moving to a new night, from Monday to Thursday nights, and that's what's going to be happening, and Ron Perlman will be the bad guy. Now, yes, there was a guy, what were you saying?
There's a guy named Art Volo who used to...
Volo, that's right.
Make tapes of my show and sell them. And he goes, hey, I'm radio's best friend. I said, my best friend doesn't steal from me.
He didn't pay you anything, I take it, for
no, come on.
What you got. James Gandolfini's in the news. New Jersey has inducted the star of The Sopranos, the late star, we should say, into their Hall of Fame. And This is 5 cast members of the hit drama from HBO were on hand, and you had them on your show, didn't you, Gandolfini?
Well, my mom and dad met.
Played Tony Soprano.
In Cape May, New Jersey, one of those beautiful places. My family's from New Jersey. I didn't live there. Gandolfini was on my show a lot, and it makes me sick. Look, True Romance, one of my favorite movies. Gandolfini's the bad guy in that. I mean, Brad Pitt's in that. Val Kilmer when he wasn't 400 pounds. You have Slater when he was going to be the next Jack Nicholson. Do you remember the Safari Inn?
Yes,
that's where I'm staying right now because True Romance is one of my favorite movies.
You're staying at the Safari Inn.
Yeah, you want to see the pictures?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm into. Is it called Kitsch?
Did you just drive by there the other day and decide that you want to move there?
Yes.
That's you.
Yeah, no.
I should have mentioned that.
Here.
The Safari Inn.
Not too far from
right there.
NBC.
Right there.
There to go, absolutely.
All right.
Not
great
too far
bar
from
next door.
From the old
the
NBC.
bartender's name? Great bar next door.
So you're at the Safari Inn. You're even closer to us now.
Yeah, I had a zombie next door. But let me tell you, my wife...
And did you have a drink?
Are you going to marry this girl?
Are
you going to marry the Sicilian?
Possibly.
Okay. I married a Sicilian from Sicily. My wife is a Italian citizen. My children are Italian citizens, dual citizens.
Dual citizenship.
Which, if this place keeps going, well, I'm just saying.
A lot of Sicilians.
I know a lot of Jewish folks thought nothing was going to happen. We'll stick it out. It's always good to have a plan B, folks.
They talk about the guys that are Sicilian, but the women are just as strong.
I want to tell you that real Italians aren't this, Goomba, stupid-ass stuff.
Thank you.
All right?
Thank you, Mancow.
And
thank you for being honest with the audience.
The Italians,
you tell them.
The real Italians, it makes them sick.
It does make us sick.
It makes them sick.
Makes us puking and sick.
So I don't
makes
support.
Us sicker than a viewer of a Dierks Bentley concert.
Do you remember fat,
sick,
disgusting, thieving, killer, degenerate Gandolfini? Should Gandolfini be in New Jersey Hall of Fame?
Yeah, he should.
Well, let's go to Rayo's.
Yeah, we should. Now, speaking of sick, Dierks Bentley, the country singer, was on stage, and he sings about being drunk. You know, he talks about it on the plane and everything. He's got an expert on vomiting on the stage because there was a drunken fan that got up on stage and just lost it while Dierks was performing at the Hershey Giant Center in Pennsylvania. And this happened last night, and 2 fans were on stage to sing along on Drunk on the Plane, and as the guy lost it right there while he was singing along with Dierks.
Are you sure it wasn't Kate Moss?
I don't know.
She does it all the time, but God, she's skinny.
Kelsey Grammer,
she's
trying to lose the weight, yeah. Kelsey Grammer is going to be returning to Broadway in a musical, Finding Neverland. You like musicals, don't you?
I've seen Finding Neverland. It's great.
Like
it's the Peter Pan musical. Very nice.
It's going to be nice. He'll be on Broadway. That'll be good. It's going to begin in March.
Did they
who?
The Anchorman's Brian Williams' daughter.
Yes.
Is Peter Pan. Has that aired yet?
Peter Pan, you're talking about Diane Paulus. Is that you? Paulus? Is that you talking about?
She's a gorgeous girl.
Yes,
she's the Anchorman. Brian Williams. I saw.
Wait a minute. Finish the story.
Kathy
you're
Rigby.
Talking in these things.
I saw Kathy Rigby do it, or
Rigby. Kathy Rigby.
And what?
As Peter Pan.
And Brian Williams, the top Anchorman in America.
Yes.
Or Scott Pelley surpassed him.
No,
you think he got teased
Brian.
with the name Pelley? They call him Smelly Pelly.
They're neck and neck, but I think Brian's still
whatever. Anyway, his daughter is going to be, because they had such...
I like Bill Hemmer actually better, but go ahead.
They had such big success. They had such big success with the live Sound of Music that they're doing Peter Pan. It may have already happened.
Going to be a star-studded lineup that's going to be taking the stage for a tribute to Lynyrd Skynyrd. You're a big Lynyrd Skynyrd.
Well, I met those guys, and to hear about the ones that lived.
Southern Rock, Lynyrd Skynyrd. Come on, right?
Yeah. Awful, really. I mean, Can we get over it?
No, they're going to have like Charlie Daniels, Peter Frampton, Alabama, Cheap Trick got on stage and they all performed.
They're my buddies, Rockford, Illinois. I know all those guys.
Rockford, that's where you're from?
I know. But I live in Chicago. Cheap Trick is, that's our band.
You live in the breadbacre of the country.
Stop it. We don't grow anything in Chicago.
Heartland. It's honest, good, everyday good people.
The only thing that's growing in Chicago is the ghetto, my friend.
Let me ask you a question.
An urban mess. What?
I was in one of those. What's the biggest tower in the Sears Tower or something?
Brother, I was driving
What's the Sears? Is it the Sears Tower?
I was driving in and I heard Bob Seger. I saw Seger a couple years ago. Let it go.
No,
Skynyrd, they're dead.
The Sears Tower.
There's some guy.
The tall
there's
one?
some guy that carried.
Can I ask you a question?
Some long-haired guy that carried an amp, and I'm Skynyrd. No, you're not.
I had a drink.
Yes.
I had a drink at the top of the Sears Tower.
Yeah.
How come there's spiders up there in the windows? How do they get up to the top?
Brother, it is. I lived in a high-rise, and people don't understand. These are like space spiders.
They have this little net that
they're
out.
quarter-size spiders, and how do you get rid of them?
They weave a web, and the wind takes them right up, doesn't it?
What?
That's true. That's how they get up there. I studied it.
You know what, Mike Horn? You've just amazed me. If that's true...
It's a true story. During the break, Google that, see if I'm right.
Spiders with...
After they're born, they have like a net of web, and the wind picks them up and blows it up there.
You wouldn't think...
They don't climb up there. It'd be out of, come on. They die halfway with a heart attack. Tiny spider heart.
Like it wasn't the Sears Tower that was that other building.
Yeah, what's the other
The Hancock Building.
The Hancock Building.
It's where I broadcast for 20 years. It's where It's where they found Chris Farley, my dear friend, dead.
I don't like that.
Jerry Springer lived there, and we used to talk about all the spiders. People don't realize...
How would you like to taste the most delicious meatballs this holiday season? You can with our friend Larry Manetti's Meatballs, as seen on QVC. Go to QVC.com and search Manetti Meatballs. These are hand-rolled 3 ounces each meatballs. 30 in a bag, made with veal, beef, pork, spices, breadcrumbs, imported ricotta and Romano cheese. They are delicious. Manetti's Meatballs, fried in pure Italian olive oil. They come frozen. You can heat and serve them in a 350-degree oven for just 10 to 15 minutes. They'll make a real hit this holiday season. Taste Larry Manetti's Meatballs. Larry Manetti from Hawaii 5-0 and Magnum PI. He was on QVC, and he sold out of these meatballs. Go to QVC.com and search Manetti Meatballs. That's QVC.com, Manetti, Manetti Meatballs. QVC.com, search Manetti Meatballs, the real taste of Italy.
Health insurance is on everybody's mind right now. You either don't have it, or you have it and you think it's too expensive. And you probably feel like you don't have any options. We can help. We are the Health Markets Insurance Agency. We offer health insurance plans from major carriers nationwide and likely have a plan that can save you money. Whether you're self-employed, on a COBRA plan that's about to expire, or you simply don't have health insurance where you work and you need it, the Health Markets Insurance Agency can help you. Our agents will help you find coverage you can afford. Health Markets Insurance Agency is an authorized agency in all 50 states, including the District of Columbia. Plans may not be available in all states. 800-637-1632. 800-637-1632. 800-637-1632. Again, that's 800-637-1632.
Homeowners, there's never been a more affordable time to help protect your home and loved ones. You can now get a $100 Visa card from Protect Your Home, your authorized ADT dealer, with the installation of a new ADT monitored system. Call Protect Your Home today at 1-866-669-8954. That's 1-866-669-8954. Call now. 36-month monitoring contract required. General terms and conditions apply. Visit protectyourhome.com/terms.
Hi, this is Stan Weisleiter.
And Malcolm Berman.
Join us each week for The View from Over Here on CRN Digital Talk Radio. Tuesday at 10 Pacific Time and 1 p.m. Eastern.
We'll talk about everything and anything. News, sports, and the movies with Jerry and Jeff Cutler.
That's The View from Over Here. Tuesday morning at 10 a.m. Pacific Time, which is 1 p.m. Eastern Time. Right here on CRN Digital Talk.
PM Show Weekend Edition. This hour is flowing by fast. Eric Mancow-Muller is our guest here with Michael Horn and Paul Stern. He's the only personality I know in the world can do a 5-hour show in literally an hour. He's jammed everything in just one shouting match for this entire hour.
I think you can handle everything I'm jamming in.
Bret Michaels is doing okay. He's back on stage. And 2 days after going under the knife, he had 2 stents ripped out of his body. And he's making a good comeback. He's in Jacksonville.
You know what his problem is, right? I like him a great deal.
What's the problem?
Well, you know, the hair is part of the bandana. The bandana and the hair comes off.
And?
Well, I'm just saying. You know, you use Just for Men on your mustache. He wears a wig. But I like your toupee. But listen, here's the thing. Horn, pay attention.
I'm listening.
He's got diabetes.
Yes, I knew that.
It's been awful. Now, you know what they call it in Chicago? The sugar. That's what they call it.
That's in the bread basket, the heartland of our country.
Listen to me.
The sugar.
You got the sugar. And if you got the sugar, you know what that means.
That's bad. You got diabetes.
Yeah. No, your foot. You're going to lose a foot. That's the first thing to go.
That's bad.
And I want to offer right now, Mike and I talked about this before the show. Will you give $100 for somebody's foot in Lucite? Diabetic foot in Lucite. You've got all kinds of things here.
Alfonso Ribeiro, who's on Dancing with the Stars,
you've got a Fiji
has both
mermaid.
of his feet.
You've got a Fiji mermaid.
Anyway,
you've got shrunken heads.
He may have to pull out of the competition just days before the semifinals because he did the Carlton dance last Wednesday on Dancing with the Stars, and he injured his back during the rehearsal Wednesday night. And so this could be sad. I don't want to see this happen.
Come on, you don't care about
Richard Simmons,
that guy.
I do. A lot of people love Dancing with the Stars. Richard Simmons said that his depression was triggered by an emotional crisis, the death of his dog. Oh my God! And it turned him into a shut-in. His dog was like 17. I mean, come on, dogs don't live much more than that. But he considered the dog his child, and he hasn't been seen in public for almost 11 months. And he had a knee replacement, shut him down professionally and socially. And his Dalmatian Hattie died within days of his last public sighting in January. And he took the dog with him when he was out and about and everywhere he was going on. And so he had the bond with the dog. Was 17 years of age when the dog died and destroyed him.
I get it.
So he's coming back slowly now.
I want to tell you. Do you know
love
Richard?
dogs.
Do you know
Angie's
Richard?
a good dog.
Do you know Richard?
Yes.
Okay, you want to
moving with the oldies? What are they just stretching?
Sweating with the oldies.
Yeah.
He would get with these elderly, obese women, and he would hold on to them, and he would cry, and they loved Richard, and he created an empire. And do you want to know why Do you want to know why his TV show? I think it was like Gene Autry or somebody that had a bunch of TV stations towards the end of one of the old cowboy, who was a big cowboy actor that ended up with a bunch of TV stations.
I think that was Gene Autry.
Gene Autry had the Golden West Broadcasting.
That's it then. And do you know what killed Richard
Hopalong
Simmons?
Cassidy had telegraph operating offices.
And he made a lot of money. He made a lot of money on those tapes when people were buying videotapes and DVDs.
Right. Sweating to the oldies, yeah.
What killed him is the short shorts.
Why? People just didn't like that look. I got you.
There was an incident.
No. There was incident after incident, and the old cowboy said, I don't want to see this guy's, his ghoulies, as they say in Australia.
So they were too short.
And he wouldn't wear...
Something like that happened to Tom Selleck, too, when he was on the set of Magnum P.I. He used to wear short shorts.
You know the story. You know the story.
What's the story?
Well, an episode aired like 2 years ago, and, we didn't have pause. They didn't rebroadcast things. We didn't have TiVo. We didn't have DVR. Brother, you're laughing at me. This is real. You can talk about this with Larry Minetti, your boyfriend.
I love Larry Minetti.
Right?
He's a good man, yes.
A couple of years ago, they aired a Tom Selleck, and no, you're laughing at me. Guys.
We're laughing at you.
I'm being serious.
Telling me Tom Selleck
some woman,
got the show thrown off the air because of his short shorts?
No.
What do they say in Australia?
Some woman, ghoulies. Some woman... Guys,
we're out of time.
They were watching a rerun, frame by frame,
hurry,
and evidently you could see little Tom.
Hurry. All right, that's the show we're out of here.
PI.
All right, aren't you glad Mancow returned to radio? Well, let's just take this show and run it for all 3 hours on Monday.
I'll never do this again.
If you miss anything, go to our website.
I feel like I owe you, so.
CRNTalk.com. Download our cell phone app. It's free for your smartphone, CRN Digital Talk. For Tomas, for Courtney, our producer, for Paul Stern, I'm Michael. Thank you, Mancow.
Yeah.
Thanks to John.
Yeah, that's real sincere as you laugh.
Barry Farber, Hall of Famers, coming up next.
Oh, Barry.
Enjoying all your favorite CRN programming is easier than ever. It's right on your TV.